after a significant relationship ends, whether it's a divorce or whether just somebody that you were with for a long time, I highly recommend a fling with a rebound with somebody who's completely inappropriate, but very hot and sexy. And what I mean by that is that I think it's hard to move on when you thought you found the love of your life and you are really stuck on that kind of a person. It's exceptionally helpful to date somebody that you would never consider having a relationship with, but that's a lot of fun. And don't stay with them too long. I mean, 3 to 6 months is good, right? But just to break that habit of having been with your ex that I assume you thought was a really good person for you. Like, the reason you're struggling is because you think that was the one, right? So, which, by the way, you're not going to get over it until you decide that that's not the one. But I think in the grieving period of trying to get over a breakup, it is great to do some soul searching and really look at things that you can change to become the best version of yourself. And if you're interested, I actually created an online course to really help move you through the stages of grief quickly and to really look at your own stuff and then make better choices in your next partner. But in the meantime, my original point was, I think it's really helpful to go out and just have a fun fling. Somebody who's maybe really hot and sexy, but is a total mess, doesn't have their life together, or is just a party person, or, you know, someone who's not really going anywhere in life, but looks really hot. I highly recommend just to kind of get it out of your system, because then your ex isn't your last person. And it really does help you move forward and help you then look at the next relationship in a good way. Like, you know, just to share, years ago, I was dating a guy who was exactly that. Really handsome guy, wore beautiful Hugo Boss suits, 6'4", but total party boy. I mean, out to all the clubs in New York, there's no one telling you, hey, it's time to go home, right? Like, you can party all night. And literally the sun comes up and you're still out partying. And this guy that I was just doing exactly what I'm suggesting to you, had a really nice guy who was a friend of his who said to me one night, can I ask you something? And I was like, yeah, what? And he was like, you're the dating coach, right? And I said, yeah. And he said, what are you doing with, and he mentioned the guy's name. And I laughed and I said, can I be completely honest? And he said, please. And I said, I'm still very much in love with my ex-boyfriend and he's a really great distraction. And he was like, oh, I so get that. I so get that, right? So that's kind of exactly what I'm suggesting. And of course, my best friend was like, what are you doing? Don't get involved with that guy. And I was like, I'm not getting involved with that guy. I'm having a blast. I had a summer fling, basically, which really helped me move forward, which is why I'm suggesting it to you, right? So, of course, that was 2 decades ago. So, but I highly recommend cutting your ties with your ex in any way that you possibly can and having a little fun in the meantime is a good way to move yourself forward.